Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my 10-minute mommy makeup routine. Really, this usually takes me between like 5 and 10 minutes. Usually I can get it done a little quicker than 10 minutes. I've got it down once you do it a few times. It's a fairly quick, but this is how I do my makeup virtually every day that we go out and do something, that I'm just going for something natural-ish. I did put on a little bit of eyeshadow, and I do mention later on in the video that I don't do that every single day, but more often than not, I throw a little something into the crease. I just think it adds a little bit of definition and just makes you look a little bit more put together. So I do usually put a little something into the crease, but that stuff you can totally skip. But this is perfect when you're running late and you get out the door quickly, literally 5 to 7 minutes, you can have this on your face. I don't think I have anything else to tell you guys. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and watching. I hope you subscribe if you're new before you leave. Would love to have you a part of my YouTube family. And if you guys want to see how I got this 5 to 10 minute mommy makeup, then just keep watching. Bye guys. Okay, so we are just going to dive straight in, and we are going to start with primer. Today I'm actually using 2 primers. I tend to do this fairly often. The first one is the Too Faced HangoverRX primer. It is a primer, but I don't really know if I classify it as a primer. I don't think this necessarily makes my makeup last longer or look better, but it's super, super hydrating. It feels really, really good on the skin. So I kind of use this as my first primer just to hydrate a little bit more because I have really dry skin, and then I'll go in with my other primer. So first we're gonna apply this. I've gone through so many of these, and this one is actually sadly almost gone. I really need to repurchase it. But I really, really like this primer. It is so hydrating and refreshing and soothing, and it smells delicious. I also really like the setting spray. It's the same like line as this. It's the coconut water setting spray, and that one works really good too. I'm actually going to use that at the end of the video. I use that almost every day as well. So I'm just going to rub that in. I'm just going to wait a couple minutes to make sure this soaks all the way into my skin before going in with the second primer. And my second primer I am using is the Becca Velvet Blurring Primer Perfecting Base. I talked about this in one of my day in the life vlog videos. I really, really like this primer. It's fairly new to me. I bought it a couple months ago, early December-ish, but I really love the way it makes my makeup look. I love the way it feels on my skin. It's just a really nice all-around primer. So now I'm going to go in with that. Okay, and next for foundation, on a daily basis, I normally don't wear full coverage, full-on foundation. I'll usually use a BB cream, a tint moisturizer, that sort of thing. My absolute favorite ride or die, I've talked about it many, many times on my channel. It is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus cream. It looks like this. This is another one that I have gone through so many tubes of this stuff. It is so, so good. It has the benefits of a CC cream tinted moisturizer, but it has the coverage of a foundation. It is amazing. I absolutely love the way it looks on my skin, how it feels. It's just the perfect CC cream. So this is my go-to everyday foundation CC cream type item. So I'm just going to apply this, and I am in the shade medium, surprisingly. I probably could wear light, but I don't know, the light just seemed a little bit too light for me. So I'm using medium.
It's recalling you, a souvenir of what it could be.
And then to blend all that on my skin, I'm going to use this sponge. This is by L'Oreal. Great dupe for the Beauty Blender. I have not bought a Beauty Blender since I tried these sponges. They are amazing. So I'm just going to blend this in.
Pieces of my mind are yours. I forgot the parts I'm missing.
Okay, next up we're going to go in with concealer, and another one of my favorite ride or die concealers is by Maybelline. It is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I'm using the shade 10 Light, and I'm just going to put this under my eyes. And since this is just an everyday look, I'm not going to do any crazy highlighting. I'm just going to put a little tiny bit forehead, down my nose, and on my chin here, and I'm going to blend that in with the same L'Oreal sponge.
I pretend.
And to to set all that, I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I still love this powder. It is definitely one of my favorite setting powders. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of that and set everywhere that I put that concealer.
We are okay.
All right, and next up is bronzer. So for like bronzer and blush and that sort of thing, I tend to stay fairly matte with my everyday makeup look. I'm not one that likes a ton of glitter or shimmer. So for my bronzer, I'm gonna be using the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This is in the shade Bronzer. That's pretty straightforward, but this is an amazing, amazing drugstore bronzer. It is so, so beautiful, and it smells like a tropical vacation. It doesn't get much better than that. And my favorite bronzer brush is this one by Sigma, and this is the Sigma Large Powder F20. When I'm just warming up the skin, I love a big fluffy bronzer brush like this, and since I bought this bronzer brush, I really haven't been using any other brushes for bronzer. So I'm just gonna use this to warm up my skin.
Like nothing's ever broken, and I pretend that we are dancing like the nights are never ending.
All right, and next up for blush, keeping on that matte train, I'm gonna use one from Nars. This is my favorite everyday go-to blush. It's in the shade Impassioned, and it's just the most beautiful matte baby pink shade. It's just perfect for every day. I love, love, love this blush. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of this bad boy. And then I'm just going to take a duo fiber, like large stippling brush. This one is by Sigma, and I'm just going to kind of blend that bronzer and blush together a little bit. All right, and then for highlight, I know I said on an everyday basis I like to go more matte, but highlight is the one exception I make on an everyday basis. Just feel like a highlight adds just so much. It makes your skin just really glow and really pop. So I'm using MAC's Soft and Gentle. This is definitely a go-to of mine. I just love the way this highlighter looks. Just beautiful. It makes the skin absolutely glow. And then we're gonna go into brows and the eyes. I'll zoom you guys in a second so you can see better. But for brows, I'm using the IT Cosmetics Brow Power Pencil. I like this pencil. I don't love this pencil. I'm just kind of trying to use it up. I won't repurchase it, but it's an okay pencil. It's just not my favorite. And then to set the brows, I'm going to use the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. This is just the clear gel. I love, 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 love this brow gel. It is definitely one of my favorites. And next, moving down to the eyes. On an everyday basis, I don't go crazy with eyeshadow, but I do like to add just a couple little things to the crease, just to add a little bit of definition. I just feel like it looks really, really nice just to throw something into the crease. And first, I'm going with my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. This is one of my favorite eyeshadow primers. I like that it's like a, I'm sure you guys have seen it, but it's like a concealer. So it really just covers up any veining or redness or imperfection you have on your eyelid, and it really just gives you a clean base to work with and put the eyeshadows on top of. So I'm just gonna go in with that first. All right, once that is on, I'm gonna go in with a couple eyeshadows. So these duos, well, this is a duo and this is single. These are my go-to travel eyeshadows, my go-to everyday eyeshadows. I absolutely love these. So the first one is by Nars, and this is a duo, and this is in the shade Mad Rogue Rag. I'm not sure how to say that. It'll be linked down below. All these products will be linked down below for you guys. But it's just the perfect little matte duo. So I use this lighter shade here first, and I just use that one to kind of set that, what is this? Eyeshadow primer, so that the other shadows go on top of it really, really nicely, and you don't have any like skipping or weird stuff going on when you try and blend out the eyeshadows. So I'm just going to take that cream matte shade and go from the lid all the way up to the brow bone just to make sure that that why can I not think of what that's called, that eyeshadow primer is nice and set. Okay, and then moving on, I'm going to use the second shade in this duo, which is just a little bit darker of a brown. This is a perfect transition shade, and that is exactly what we are going to use it for. So I'm just going to go in with a large fluffy brush. Let's see, this one is by Sigma. This is the E40, and it's just a really nice large blending brush, and I'm just messily going to put this into the upper crease as our transition shade. All right, and once that is applied, I'm gonna go in with my last and final eyeshadow, and this is a single by Bobbi Brown, and this is in the shade Camel. Again, this is just the most beautiful camel shade. I love, love, love this in the crease. I love this for every day like we're doing. It's just the perfect crease shade. So I'm just going to messily buff this into the crease, pretty much right on top of where I put that second Nars shadow color. Then I'm just going to take the same fluffy brush that I used to set the eyeshadow primer and just blend all those colors together so they are nice and seamless. And then the eyes are done. This is a step, the eyeshadow is a step that sometimes I'll skip. It depends on how much time I have, but if I have time, then I really like to do this. I just think it adds just a little bit of definition and just makes you look a little bit more put together. And then finishing up the eyes, I'm going to go in with mascara. Again, this is one of my holy grail mascaras. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. All right, and then for lips, usually every day I am a gloss girl. It's just easy to throw on a gloss and then reapply it throughout the day. You don't have to worry about finding a mirror, how it looks, and these always wear really, really well. This is a gloss by Buxom, and this is in the shade White Russian. This is just the perfect everyday shade. I absolutely love this gloss. The formula of these are amazing, and this color is absolutely gorgeous. And they smell really good. And our last step is, like I said at the beginning, this is the Too Faced Prime Set Refresh Hangover RX 3-in-1 setting spray, and I'm just gonna toss this on my face and we will wrap this up. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. This is my everyday mommy makeup routine. This literally takes me between 7 and 10 minutes every day. I've got it down so I can bust it out pretty quickly, but it's just a really easy, simple, natural, everyday makeup routine. Like I said, sometimes it does change. The products definitely change. I do use a variety of different products, and I don't do the eyes every day. Always definitely mascara, not always the eyeshadow, but I thought I would show you guys with the eyeshadow since I probably do wear the eyeshadow more often than not. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.